Born in Hollywood, Northern Ireland, McIlroy enjoyed a great amateur career on some of Ireland's top links designs. And that included playing with Nick Faldo on the world-renowned fairways at Ballyliffin Golf Club.
Ballyliffin's a great golf course. There are two great golf courses there. You've got the old links, which is a little shorter and a little tighter. The greens are a little smaller, but Nick Faldo's redesigned it, and it's very tricky, and it's a very good test. And the Glashidi, is a big golf course. I think it measures about 7,400 yards, and two brilliant golf courses and a spectacular piece of land. So, if anyone has the chance to go up to the northwest of Ireland, I think Ballyliffin should definitely be on everyone's list.
Ballyliffin is a picturesque holiday township just a few miles from the country's most northern point, Mellon Head. And the golf course is world class. Ballyliffin Golf Club has captured the attention of many professionals since its official inception in the late 1940s. We return to the Ballyliffin Golf Club now and take to the challenge at the Old Links course with General Manager John Farron. The club has been voted the best 36 holes in Ireland by Golf Digest magazine. And as we hear, it's not just popular with the readers of the internationally renowned golf publication.
Ballyliffin is now world renowned, and the Ballyliffin brand is, I think, it's held very dear to the people locally here, and it's a very important part of the local economy. We've had our share of famous visitors: Graham McDowell, Rory McIlroy, Faldo himself, Nicholas's sons actually are here next week, and so, we do get our fair share of celebrity guests, let's say.
As mentioned earlier, John plays to a 7, and that's no mean feat on these challenging fairways.
You've got to keep it low and maybe take a club or two extra, but it is a different challenge from what most people are used to. Certainly the wind is the strongest element in the game here.
So let's see if John can keep the ball away from trouble as we take to the challenge at the Old Course.
The Old Course is an old classic links golf course, basically mown out of what was there and given to us by Mother Nature. Very little man-made interference whatsoever. All voluntary work was used to develop the old links many years ago, and it's a credit to the members of the club throughout the generations that have been here that what we have today is world renowned. The Old Course was recently upgraded and redeveloped by Nick Faldo. Faldo's long association with Ballyliffin, and we're very proud of that fact, and I think he's very proud of that fact as well. And he finished the redevelopment and upgrading of the Old Course in 2006 and opened the course with Rory McIlroy, now the latest star on the world golf scene. And Rory himself is an honorary member here for some years now, and we're very proud of that association as well. 14 on the Old Links is a par 5, a dogleg right, really a new hole developed by Faldo. It's a generous fairway, bunkers well down, out of range for most, but a generous fairway, so the drive isn't as essential. It's a 3-shotter most days, so you're talking drive, maybe 3 wood, and then anything from a 7-iron to a pitching wedge to the green. The green is elevated. Once again, it's a shoreside green, and it's spectacular. The Pollen Beach is on your right-hand side the whole way along the extent of the par 5. A fine hole, a very fine hole.
We find plenty of challenges should our ball venture off the fairway into the traps. Deep sand traps.
Yes, very much a necessity here because of the wind blow. We do get a lot of wind here, as I mentioned earlier, but the bunkers have to be constructed in a certain fashion in order to keep the sand in them, and so generally speaking they are pot bunkers.
The green at 14 is substantial, so while there's always reason to celebrate when you're on in regulation, there may well be plenty of work still to do. Up next, the 16th hole.
16 then is a long par 4. Downhill, generally speaking, crosswind there coming off the shore. Probably drive anything from a 5-iron to a pitching wedge again for most people most days. It's a 2-tier green. It's a double green. In fact, the old 16th green was the lower of the two, and a new green was built up above it, but we still retained the 2-tier green. So a huge green, one of the biggest greens you'll see, similar to something you see in St Andrews. So you could have a 100-yard putt on that green. That speaks for itself. Pot bunker in the middle of the 2 greens, which again, if you're in that, you're going to struggle to make par.
And we finish off the Old Links Challenge at 18 with the clubhouse in the distance.
We were very lucky here, in fact, in that both 9s finish at the clubhouse and both 18s finish at the clubhouse. So, people find that very accommodating in terms of a late refreshment, say after 9, and again, you don't have too far to walk when you come off the course at 18. It's a very strong finishing hole. Again, it's a 3-shotter, generally speaking, unless you're a very fine golfer. You're talking about drive, 3-wood, possibly anything from a 5-iron up for your 3rd to the gallery at the clubhouse. And of course, the captain has 2 bunkers at the 18th green, one of which, if you go into, you have to pay a fine to the youth academy. So a little fundraiser and a bit of a talking point in the bar afterwards.
And that fundraising appeal also applies to the general manager, so we have even more reason to be grateful for John's time showing us the Old Links layout. On the northern coast of Ireland, Ballyliffin is a must-play course, and you'll be hard-pressed finding a better links challenge anywhere in the world. So that's something the local community are very proud of.